boxing, and let's go ahead and talk about Fury Usyk agreed to terms for now. I say for now, and have a fight in December because you never know. Tyson Fury can wind up breaking a hand. He can wind up getting caught up with a test. It's always excuses with Tyson Fury. Usyk, I think Usyk's really ready to make some history, make the fight happen, all that good stuff. Fury is really like so heavy on being Tyson Fury. Let's keep it real. And Tyson Fury has somewhat of a joke fight with Francis Ngannou, and I hope I said it correctly because I had somebody get really mad at me about this. But Francis, is still in the way of things. But still, everybody looks at it. Oh, Fury's gonna have his way with the guy, even though they sanctioned it to be a real fight. And it's crazy because you get a guy that's never been in the boxing ring professionally going against the world champion, and it's like, wow, what kind of world do we live in at this point? You know what I mean? So um, Tyson Fury had to make this fight happen because regardless of how people feel and the way sanctioning bodies are kissing up to some of these guys, he got a phone call from the WBC saying, if you don't defend that title sooner or later, bud, we're going to have to snatch that from you because we've already held off Wilder and Ruiz and all that stuff from being your mandatories and all that good stuff because they can't agree to getting their fight on and everything like that. But, sir, we're going to need you to go ahead and actually defend the belts and not just hold on to the belt because we're in the business of actually, making fights in boxing, not just, catering to a champion. Because if you want all this parade and novelty stuff and all that good stuff, then retire and then go join the Hall of Fame and they can do this stuff for you all the time. But they can't do it for you while you're an active boxer. And I feel like Tyson Fury has not earned the right to even be able to tell these people that he'll defend the title when he wants to defend the title because he lost that right. He lost that a long time ago when he decided to be a coke fiend and quit boxing. Okay. And I've never felt bad for him ever. I really don't care because a lot of people can lie to you to get back into the room. And that's exactly what he did. The dude will never stop being who he is. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of it is always because you have a certain group of people that are going to defend all your bullshit anyway. So that's why you're able to get away with what you get away with. But these sanctioning bodies can be everybody's hero and truly make these guys fight. And I'm going to get to that in a second when we talk about Undisputed. And pretty much this fight right here is the most important fight in the world. Why? Because it's for the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship of the world. But my biggest thing with this situation is this. When you guys fight and we decide who the winner is going to be, you need to be able to fight within the next 90 days or start giving up belts because it's not fair to the rest of the heavyweight division that you guys are always holding the belts hostage. And then you guys are picking and choosing to fight guys that are not worthy of fighting for titles. You know what I mean? I felt Dubois was a really good fighter, and I know he did everything you're supposed to do to get that fight. So you couldn't deny him of that fight. But was he ready for that fight? Not really. And pretty much they did him dirty. Let's keep it real. He should have scored the knockout, but it is what it is at the end of the day. And he wasn't able to continue doing that. So, Fury wins. And I truly do feel that the right person to win this fight really has to be Usyk. Even though Fury really does present the Goliath, method, what I want to say, persona that, that he's unstoppable and he's not going to get beat and all that good stuff. Anybody can get beat. Okay. And this gives me the same vibe that Larry Holmes had when he fought Michael Spinks. Larry Holmes thought he was going to kick the shit out of Michael Spinks. It was going to be easy work. And Michael Spinks beat him not once, but he beat him twice. So if Usyk wins, we know Usyk has to rematch with Fury. If Fury wins, he's going to move on down the road. And we cannot have that man have every single belt again. Because what did he do last time he had every belt? He handed him right back on over to all the sanctioning bodies. He just wanted to say, just have the fact that he won some titles, okay? And he has that bragging point. I'm not going to take nothing away from Fury's history and his resume and what he's done in the sport, but the way he went about doing it will always be questioned, and we all know that. So pretty much, I truly do feel that this is the right fight for us to end a great year of boxing. And it truly does need to happen because the heavyweight division has never been this stagnant. I'm sorry. It's just never been this stagnant. And the more stagnant it is, the more and more the game fades away. You can believe it or not, but the game starts to fade away once you start really not, you know, promoting the true glamour, the true division of boxing. You know, everybody else is almost like a side appetizer and things like that. But the heavyweight division has gotten so bad that now we've went down to being in love with all the lightweights and welterweights and all these guys that are supposed to be always moving up in weight and all that stuff. And then everybody's mad about those situations because these guys are not always perfect. And that's what happens when you're rooting on guys in lesser weight classes. But when you root on a heavyweight, all you got to do is show up. That's it. And be ready to fight. That's it, and that's all. And these guys are making it way too hard on themselves. So they got to get that fixed, and they got to get that fixed ASAP. So with that, why don't we move on to a fun topic real quick to talk about? And I know a lot of you guys will want to see what my 2 cents is on this. But